Welcome, friends, to the Hoodrat podcast, where me and my boy Space Ferret Collectibles are starting this new show called the Coldest Comics with our friends at Gocollect. This show explores 5 books every week that took a free fall from demand in the last week, and we try to find you the best opportunities to find the best bargains out there. What you think about this show, Space?
I think it's going to be dope, and I think we should get cold.
Let's get cold with it, man.
Cold.
And yo, there's one rule, man. One rule for this show.
What's the rule?
The rule is we stay cool.
Cool. Okay, the first book we're going to talk about today is TMNT, The Last Ronin #1. And this was a giant monster book when it first came out a couple years ago, 2020, I believe. Right now it sits at number 84. And out of the top 100 books, and it fell 56 places in 1 week from number 28. So this is that's a big fall for a book that was this huge. This little bit of the census counts and stuff, and the numbers on this one. There's over 2,500 9.8s on the census. You can see right there, 2,581. And FMV on that, yeah, that's crazy for a book that's this recent. You know, like there's X-Men books that have been around for years and years that don't even have that census number, and especially in a 9.8. But 16 gem mints on the census, and that goes for over $1,500 a piece. You can get yourself a 9.6 of this for $120, but you could also just kind of hold off. And gather your money for a little bit longer and get a 9.8 for about 180.
Or you could save a couple $100 more and get a 9.9, bro.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Not even that much more. Just about 2 times, a little over 2 times what it would cost to get a 9.8 and get a 9.9. And there's just under 300 of those on there. Like, man, that's a lot of this book that's out there that's already graded. Hopefully, you can snatch one up pretty soon, because I think the numbers on this one will start to go back up. Might not be for a little bit longer, because supposedly there's a video game in development that's based
for Last Ronin.
Yeah, for the Last Ronin. Yeah, exactly.
So that's probably why it popped to in the number 28 where it wasn't prior, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's why it shot up when that news, and it kind of hovered around there, I think, for a little bit longer, but people are kind of like, oh, I don't want to put my money into that just now. But just like anything, like it's all cyclical. But the turtles, anything turtles kind of remains hot. People love the turtles. Doesn't matter if it's this story or a continuation of this story or all the old books. People are always hunting for turtles books. So I don't ever think there's a problem with this book that you're going to be able to sell it if you have it. But No,
but it's just like an oversized book too, right? It was like
Yeah.
IDW did oversized, and they did like kind of stiffer cover, So that's why you got these 9.9s, and man, I bet you I got a 10 in my stack somewhere, man.
Yeah, dude, exactly. When this book first came out, I found it in the dollar bin. Surprisingly, somebody just offloaded it, but it was a little bit messed up. So I was like, I'm not going to grade it unless it's like a 9.8. So I got rid of it quick, but. But yeah, I mean, it's square bound. It's a little bit tougher of a book, so I think it's a good time to buy this one. I think.
Just check out what the eBay what's being sold on eBay lately, man. So
what is it?
Check this out right here. So for a 9.8, it's like like it says $175.
Oh, geez,
$180. Yeah, and then but look at the raws. The raws are going for about $50, I'd say, man. Someone got lucky at $133. I have no idea how that happened, man.
Yeah, what a score, dude, for that.
What a lucky guy.
Yeah,
for
seriously.
Yeah. Maybe he sold it at the right time in September. September. I was like,
when it shot up. I bet you if you people who got those listed right now, you throw them $140, $150, you could get a 9.8.
It's hard to trust bids though, man. I'm seeing those bids, and I'd rather see that something that's at best offer or sold at an offer price.
But
let me ask you, man, best offer on a 9.8. What would you give, seeing it's about $175 and about $180 book at a 9.8? What would you be your best offer on this one, man? If you were to want to buy it off eBay or something.
If I really wanted it, I'd throw like 155 out there, you know, 20, 30 bucks off, something like that, like around that price range, and see. I mean, obviously you want to get it for the lowest amount possible, but yeah, I'd 150, 155 and see if anybody bites. If not, I'd jump up to 160 if I really wanted this book.
I agree, man. I wouldn't go over 160.
Yeah.
I would do 150 and try to see if they'll meet me around 160. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep.
Because my thing is, when I try to throw something out there, I'm always like, I'll throw 150 and I'll say, would you meet me in the middle at 160 when they threw something back at me? And usually they're cool.
Yep.
With that.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that much of a loss. They feel like they got a little bit. You feel like you got a little bit. Yeah, I hear you.
But other than that, this was a great read, man. I read the whole series, man. It's an awesome read, and
cool. I only got the first one.
Yeah, it's a good one, man. It's really good, man. So I suggest to you guys, you know, like get the bargain deals right now on this one and read it too. You know, so
get in it.
You may not want to get the slabs.
yeah. Wait, find a cheap raw copy and then grade it. Save yourself a little bit of money.
And next up we got the Ultimate Fallout Spider-Man No More number 4. And this is the first appearance of Miles Morales, but we see his face. And when you see his face right there, that means we got the second print, man. So this is the second print. It's right now, as you can see, it's at number 78, and it dropped 48 spots from number 30, man. It dropped. That's a free fall. That's a free fall.
Yeah.
I think people got excited, man, because this is like a pretty affordable book for the first appearance of Miles Morales. Because if you look at the first print, that one's a pretty hefty price, $400, $300 to $400 for like just for a raw book. But this one, it's a decent price. So if you want in, a lot of people are trying to get in, man, because we had news that we're gonna get a new Spider-Man video game that's gonna feature Miles Morales and Peter Parker together, man. So people are getting excited, and plus we had like the Into the Spider-Verse 2 that happened, a couple months ago, which was awesome. I thought it was awesome.
So good, good.
People had Miles fever, man. People had Miles fever. People had Spider-Gwen fever, man.
Mm-hmm.
And now like we're into Star Wars season right now. Then we're gonna be in a Loki season. So Miles is out there, man. He's in the back of the line right now. But don't fret, man. I think Miles is gonna be the future, man. I think Miles is gonna be the future. What do you think, bro?
I think you're dead on. This is this generation's big superhero, right? Like X-Men was maybe our generation because the '90s and
we had
reboot,
the cartoons and all that. Yeah.
They had the new comic line and everything like that. But this is this generation's Spider-Man, and everyone loves Miles. There isn't one person I know that doesn't even read comics that everyone's like, oh yeah, Miles is cool.
When Gocollect sent this list and I saw this, man, this is like totally like best offer book now. Best offer book. If you're new to comics and you don't have Ultimate Fallout number 4, the first print, this is the next best thing, man. It's the next best thing. All right, man. For a 9.8, man, we have 2,217 on the census, man. The 1 year average for this is at $292. The 30-day average is at $219, so we're down $80 on this for a 9.8, man. A 9.6 is 30-day average is going for about $132. A 9.4, I mean, if it's unpressed, you can get it for less than $100, man.
Yeah, dude.
You could probably best offer that thing for $80. Crack that thing, press it, man. Maybe get a 9.8 and bump it up $200, man, or $100 more dollars.
Make some money.
This is a really good book. If you're, like I said before, if you're new to comics and you just played the Miles video game, the first one, or you just watch a new movie, man, this is a great book to have, man. It's a good entry point into the Miles Morales comic collecting universe. Would we say collecting universe, man?
Yeah.
And like you said before, man, like my son, he doesn't know who the hell Peter Parker is. He knows who Miles Morales is, though.
Exactly.
And he has him on his wall, man. He has him on. So this next generation is still a good time to get in. It's still a good time to get in,
Agreed.
But let's check out what the prices are saying over here on eBay, man. Some of the the latest sales. So you can get a raw for $50 right now. Someone got lucky, man. Someone bought it for $65. That might have been a minty copy, man. Whoever bought it kind of took a look at it and said, "That's a minty copy. Maybe I'm gonna get that and slab that one, man." The 9.8, as you can see, they're going for about $200, man. $200 for a 9.8 is not a bad price.
Not at all.
For me, we like to do this on the show. Best offer on a 9.8. I would say I would best offer this one at $170 and try to meet that person halfway, about $180 to $185. What would be your best offer, Space?
I think I go about 160, 165, and then bump up $5 or $10. But I personally, I would really go for like a raw copy of this, especially if they're going for about $50, $55 with shipping around there, $60 maybe. I'd say, hey, you know what? Here's 2 Chris 20s. What do you think? I'll take that off your hands, and if people got a bunch of them, because remember, these books were the first one, they were in the dollar bins forever.
Bro, this was on the rack for like years. There was like tons of these second prints on the rack, and the white second print, the one with this, him taking off the variant, that one was on the rack for years, man. Until we got news of him maybe being in movies, and then his video game kind of shot him out of his universe, man. But
exactly, and then everyone got the Miles fever, and look at it now, dude.
I don't think for me, man, seeing this drop so far, I don't think Miles fever is over, man.
I don't think so either.
No, we're gonna get into the Spider-Verse number 3.
Yep.
And then
next year.
I mean, he's gonna show up in the movies, some
live
year,
action,
sometime live action for sure. So I still love Miles Morales, man, and if I can get this at a deal, I'll get it for a deal too, man.
Same. I'd buy this book for $30 all day raw if you had them out there.
And talking about Into the Spider-Verse, man, we're talking about Edge of the Spider-Verse, and we're connecting all the dots again, man, like we do over here at the Hoodrat podcast. And we see a downfall in Edge of the Spider-Verse number 2, the first appearance of Gwen Stacy, right? Of Spider-Woman Gwen Stacy. Gwen, how would you say it, man?
She got so many names. Like, people call her Spider-Woman Gwen Stacy. People call her Spider-Gwen. People just call her Gwen. Like,
I mean, we're old school, man. We just say Gwen Stacy, man.
Yeah, it is. It's just Gwen.
But this is Spider-Gwen in the, the Into the Spider-Verse universe. Spider-Woman, right? So she's now at number 75. She dropped 38 spots from number 37. So as you can see, guys, like here, I don't want you guys to get confused out there on internet land. She's on spot number 75. She dropped 38 spots, and now from number 37. So that's a lot, man. I mean, Miles, how much did Miles drop, man? Do you remember?
Right about this, I think over that. Actually, I think he was a little higher, right? And then in the 40s. So, but they're both free falling together, man.
Yeah, just about the same, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. So let's just check out the stats on Gwen. All right, guys, for Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, the first appearance of what we saying, man? Spider-Gwen? We're calling it Spider-Gwen. We're calling it Spider-Gwen right here. Yeah. The census numbers on here for 9.8 is 3,427, man.
Damn.
9.9 there's only 5, man. So
that's crazy, yeah.
That's crazy, man. But it's only double the price of the 9.8, So there's only been 3 sales of that, man. The last one to sell for $2,230 is for a 9.9. It was back in March. Is it March 2nd, right? January, February, March. No, April 2nd. My bad, guys. April 2nd. Yeah, April 2nd, man. So that was a long time ago. So I don't know if that price is still holding up, man. Because we are in a buyer's market. That's right. Let's not lie around here, man. Let's not lie. So, so the 1 year average for a 9.8 is still pretty good, man, for this book, man. It's about $1,100. Hasn't changed within the 30-day average, so it's staying steady, man. Spider-Gwen is a pretty popular character, and who was that actress, man? The actress that's supposed to play her, man.
I don't know who was supposed to play her, but I know recently somebody got there. It was what's her name, who played it in the other live action ones? Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, right? Yeah, Emma Stone,
Yeah,
man. She
she
posted a
got that.
picture.
Yeah, she got the haircut again.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
people started going nuts, right?
people are speculating, man, that and that's probably why this was way up there and came down 38 spots because they saw the picture. People, maybe
Yep.
10 or 15, slabs sold and shot her up, and now, everybody kind of forgot about it the next week, man. So,
Yeah, I think you're
so it's
right.
still up for grabs, man, as you guys can see, and it's just a steady book, man. It's still holding its price
Yeah.
in the year average, which is pretty amazing for books right now in comic books, man. And you can see the beautiful graphics that Gocollect has in their database, man. This is straight from their database, and you can see like how many are in the census, and that's what I love about Gocollect the most, man. Is like they give you all the information and all the numbers, man, to make the correct decision. But
Yeah,
let's check out what
oh.
they got. Let's check out what they got over here for the most recent sales on eBay, man. So as you
man.
can see, man, it's still about $1,100 book, I would say, man. So
Yeah.
it's holding steady. Even though one sold for $1,000, there's still $20 shipping on it, which is a
Exactly.
that's a pretty fair price for shipping, man. I would say
for
you
a
better
slab,
take
yeah.
care of my 9.8, man, my 9.8 slab when you ship it. I'll pay
Yeah.
$20. Raws are going raw sold for $300, another one for $400 on September 12th, and on September 11th, $200. So I'd say it's about a $300, for $300 for a raw right now.
Yeah, that's probably a good average.
But you made about $299 on this, right? You were telling me a story in the
Oh,
back.
well, I made more because I was telling her beforehand. I found this book in the dollar bin, and they had no clue, and so I scooped it up for $1, and I sold it 2 weeks later, and I sold it for 500. And
Dude.
that was at the height. Yeah, exactly. So I did good on that one, but I kind of wish I kept it because it was minty, and I should have graded it because I could have made probably double that money. But it is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
Exactly.
Hey, man, you made $499, man.
Exactly.
Any day, man. I'll take that any day. So
Yep.
best offer. Let's say best offer on the raw, man. What would you best offer on the raw at $300?
I'd shoot them. I give $275. You want to take this? I mean, I know there's outliers like this $200 sale, but I say 270, 275, and they're like, oh, I can't go that low. I'd be like, okay, I'll give you 285, 290. That's
Okay.
That's probably right around what it should go for right about now in this market. So yeah.
I go about 240, man. I go about
There you go.
240. Try to meet
Okay.
them around 260.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, keep it in
if
the
they
middle.
say yes
Yeah.
at 240, I'm happy with that.
Done.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
So let us know, guys, in the comments what you would do best offer on Edge of the Spider-Verse #2, man.
Yeah.
First appearance of Spider-Gwen, man. Spider-Gwen.
Okay, next book up we're going to talk about is Amazing Spider-Man number 361. And this one is a newsstand. And there's way less of these than there is of the other ones, period, but especially graded. This is now at number 76. It fell 36 spots. It was at number 40. I think the news that they were, maybe before the acting strike, they were doing a bunch of stuff with Venom. They said, oh, they're filming it. Everybody's all in. They're going to do all these kind of like cameos and fun stuff and try to tie Venom into the major MCU at large. And I think that's the reason this book shot up before. But if we go in and we look at the data on this one, the averages are pretty crazy for the newsstand ones, especially. The FMV on this in a 9.8, 625, and I'm surprised it's even that high, to be honest. I thought this book took a giant hit after that second Venom movie when Carnage showed up, and then people didn't really like the movie. But can't really see that much on the census. But for the regular edition, not the newsstand one, there's only, I think, 300 of these about on the census in a 9.8. So that's pretty crazy. It's that low, because this was a heavily printed book. I remember buying this off the rack when I collected comics as a young teenager, and I love this book. But I'm surprised that many of them even stayed you know, that kind of crispy to be able to grade in a 9.8. But I'm sure people spec on it just like other books and puts them away. You know, 1 year average it's up from the 1 year average for the fair market value, and that's crazy. And the 30-day as well, it came up. Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty surprising, you know. But you know, you could get a 9.4 or 9.6, and maybe just like Hood was saying, crack it, press it, clean it up a little bit, and see if you can get that 9.8. Because even from a 9.6 to a 9.8, that's triple the price. You know, so that might be worth it. The non-newsstand 1 year average in this one is about $415. So you got a difference there of about $200 in the price range from the direct versus the newsstand. So it shows you how much more desirable those newsstands are. So,
Cletus Cassidy got some staying power, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. As a comic character, yeah, people want him around. People like Carnage.
Yeah.
As Woody Harrelson in the movie, I don't know if they like him nearly as much. You know,
Woody Harrelson is kind of he's our weird type of guy that we like, man. We're
totally.
You guys gotta understand. Me and Space are weirdos, man. We like weird stuff.
I like the weird stuff, and I'm probably in the very far, you know, low minority that I actually liked him as Carnage. He was weird enough because Carnage is a weird character.
He was creepy. I mean, he plays a good creepy character, bro.
Yeah,
you know, like, you gotta give it to Woody.
Yep, I thought he did a good job. I just think I think that they rushed that movie and tried to get it out, and that's kind of what they
didn't do the story right, man. They didn't do the story right.
Exactly.
But you know, like, I mean, everybody just likes Carnage because Carnage is ruthless, bro. Like, it's just a ruthless character that does ruthless things, man. And
exactly,
you gotta appreciate that, man.
Yep. Yeah. He's an awesome character for sure. So.
And he does not care, man. So we can see that, like, at least the newsstand, man, has some staying power, man. You know, which is good to see. Which is good to see for some good 90s books, right? Like, 90s books, man.
Exactly.
So check out the prices here, man, for the recent sales. You want to go ahead, man, and check them out?
Yeah. So you know, we got a high of probably just under $649. Somebody got best offer accepted. So you want to imagine that's probably in the range of 600 to 630, 625, something like that. But it looks like it's right about, you know, about the $550 mark, $560 mark for a 9.8. That's pretty good still, surprisingly, for how far this book fell. You get a raw for about right around $150, maybe a little bit less. And, you know, my best offer on one of these, I'd be like, okay, here's a Benjamin. What do you think? What about you, Hood?
I would say, for raw, I would shoot for $75, man. You know?
There you go.
I'd do $70 and then try to meet him around 80 or 90, or you know. Yeah. I mean, these newsstands, you got to think about it, man. In the 90s, these were still in the rack, man, at Rayleigh's and Vaughn's if you're out here in Southern California, man. And you know, those racks didn't. It's hard to keep, you know, books from having ticks on a rack, man. You know. So. Yeah,
or just covers torn or anything, right? I think the vast majority of them just got destroyed.
And I worked at a grocery store, man. I did not care about magazines, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, during our breaks, man, we would go there and read Sports Illustrated and comics and all that stuff, you know. And,
exactly.
And we did not care, man. So you had a lot of fingers touching these books, bro.
Oh
on the reel, man. You know, but I mean, you could see, man. Gocollect is pretty much on it, man, for FMV on this one. You know, like you don't even have to look at eBay, man. Gocollect's got it right there for you.
Yeah, and you know what I like also about Gocollect now is they have you can look at both census counts for the most part. So you can look at CGC and CBCS. You can click back and forth between both of them. So it's kind of good to you can check the difference, and that way that can kind of go into what you're thinking about making offers on raw books, maybe, and depending on where you want to send them.
And it helps you make a better decision, man, because maybe you want to buy the CBCS book, crack it, and then send it over to CGC, or maybe you want to do the same, crack the everybody has their loyalties, I guess.
Yep.
That's what I'm
exactly. Yep. Yeah. Well put.
But it's great that Gocollect has that, so you can make the proper decision. And the last code book, and you would have never thought this is a code book, man. You know,
never.
The last codist book on the list is X-Men number 12, man. The first appearance of Juggernaut. It's now at spot number 86. It dropped 24 spots, and it was at number 62. This one right here, man. This is This is a big key, man. It's an early X-Men book, and it's a loved villain first appearance in Juggernaut.
Extremely loved villain. Yep.
Extremely loved villain, man. I think this is, if you are into getting, your beautiful Jack Kirby, Stan Lee covers and stories, man, and early X-Men's and first appearance of your favorite villain, this is the time to buy this book, and Gocollect was on it. And as you can see, it's pretty rare to have a 9.8, man. There's only 2, but there's 3 sales, so there's 3 of them out there. There's 3 of these babies out there, man, and they sold for $43,700. I don't think I can afford it. I don't think I can afford that, man. Where's the raws at? Where's the low grade raws for me, bro? At a 9.6, man, there's only 11 of these. Only 11 of these. And they sold for $36,000. A 9.4 dropped off about 20 grand, man. 26 grand at 10,500. But look it down here, man, for plebes like us, Space. For plebes like us.
Oh yeah.
A 7.0, man. The FMV is about $1,400, which isn't bad. But look at the 30-day average, man. It's only $960.
That's
Not a bad time.
No, not at all for this book. I mean, I know a lot of people, especially these early X-Men books, they're looking for mid-grade because that's all they can kind of afford. So this is a great time to get this book.
Great time, man. I mean, I'm about a 6.5, 7.0 guy, because I'm a plebe, man. I don't have $43,000 to spend on a comic book. I'm sorry, guys.
Not many of us do, man.
I'm sorry, I'm not rich, man. You guys all see me on YouTube and you think I'm rich, and no, I'm not rich. So 7.5, man. 7.5 to 6.5, man. I would shoot for $1,000, man. I'd go for that 7.5 and go for the gusto, bro. Swing for the homers, man. And best offer on short box or over on eBay would be like $1,000, man. $1,000.
Yep.
That's what I'd be going for, man. The fair market, the values for buying this book is there right now for this Silver Age key, man. Big key. And beautiful cover too, man. Look at that. That red pops, man. That red pops. Yeah. Right? But let's check out what it looks over on eBay, man. And like we told you guys before, like you're gonna get the same stats on Gocollect as eBay, but we want to see what the most current sales are. So I'm looking over here at the raws, man. And I think we talked backstage, man. And when I was looking at this back in, 2019, 2020, it was a $400 to $500 book for a raw, man. For not a clean book, probably like a good plus,
Sure.
Maybe fine,
Yeah.
But the prices are there now, man. Look at the price on these, man.
Yeah, dude.
$300 book for a raw, man. I mean, you could get one for $200, dude.
$250,
$250.
Great.
Look at the 7.0s, man. Someone got lucky, $2,218.
Yeah, dude.
And then the other guy, the buyer got lucky at $1,400.
Yeah. Both sides of the fence right there, yeah.
Both sides of the fence, so it averaged out to about what the asking price is over there on Gocollect, man.
Exactly.
The average, man. So I'm gonna ask you, bro. Man. What would you? I'm talking about raws. If you were gonna go here on eBay, or if you're gonna go to Shortbox and you were looking for this raw, what would be your best offer on the first appearance of Juggernaut, bro?
I would try to stay around maximum like 275.
275?
Yeah, but it really all dependent, right? Let's just say we're middle of the road, 5.0. I'll offer 200. You got a 6.0, 275. That's a decent sized jump right around there. It just depends.
See, at 224, it was just a 2.0 and went for 224, man.
And that's what's crazy to me is that 2.0 is going for that much money.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd be like, oh, I'll give you $100. Somebody must have just been like, I want this book right now.
I would go for a good. I would only do bids though. I wouldn't even ask for, because most of the times, like for these Silver Age keys, man, it's people that know. They know what they got, bro. It's not grandma like just trying to get rid of books, man. So they know they know what they got. So, I mean, I would offer 250. So say for that one right there, that one for 286, I would offer like maybe 250. But I would be bidding on these, man. Because bids right now on eBay, you should be looking at bidding on eBay instead of best offers, man. Because you can get some fire deals, and I've been getting fire deals on bids like you know, for like the last like 6 months, man. Just buying the books I want at really good prices, and I would not go higher than 225. It's me. If it goes over 225, I'll wait for the next one, man. You know?
Yeah.
Because it is a buyer's market, and as a buyer, we control it, and you know, the sellers just gotta suffer, man. I mean,
they gotta wait it out.
We're not in the 2020 boom anymore, man. We're in a 2023 comic book recession. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Everyone's back to work, and they can sit and wait. They're fine with waiting to get that better price on that book now. So
And you know, it's so good, man, when you get one at 225 and no one's, you know, at the price that you want, no one snipes you, or maybe you are the sniper.
Yeah.
You know, you are the sniper. You know, like you know, no hating on no snipers, man, because we all know you guys out there sniped as well, man.
Is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right, guys. I just want to say thanks for joining us here. We're going to be starting this every week. We're going to do the cold list every week and give you guys kind of the overview of those cold books, so maybe you can find some good deals. And I also want to thank Gocollect. I want to thank Gocollect, and I want to thank Sarah specifically out at Gocollect, because she's been awesome. She's working with Ian, doing a bunch of stuff, and helping us out, and you know, bringing all this info to you guys, and having fun while we're doing it. So thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Sarah, man. Like you helped put this show together. We appreciate that, and we want to thank you over here viewing us over on YouTube, man. Because without you, man, this show wouldn't be here as well. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like, you know, just do it, man. Like, it's very easy. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell, and we all good. But as the motto says, man, what do we do on this show, Craig?
Keep it cold, baby.
We keep it cool, baby. We got to keep it cool.